2001 Ford Focus ZX3 thermostat housing is leaking. I'm Brian Essex from How To Automotive, and I'm going to show you how to change that out. So the reason why this thermostat housing failed and started leaking was because the actual valve cover gasket was leaking the oil down between the seal, and it caused the seal here to swell and then caused the coolant leak. So this is the new part, and as you can see how the thermostat is built into it. So what we're going to do is we're going to start by removing these hoses. So we're going to remove the vent hose here, which is this hose here. We'll just take that off, and then we'll remove the larger upper, the upper radiator hose. So we'll remove that from it. So you're going to need a bucket underneath to catch all the coolant. So my thermostat's been changed before, and it has these, these style hose clamps on it, but yours may have the squeeze clamps on it. And to get to the one back here, you may have to, like this one, I can see it back here, and it has a regular hose clamp, but I can get to it with a wobble and push the hose off. But yours may not have that, and so you got two choices. What you can do, you can try is you can go ahead and unbolt it and pull it forward and see if you can get to the squeeze clamp and take it off, or you can take the coil and the coil bracket off, and that just has a couple bolts that's here, and it looks like one on the little support bracket on the end here, and then you can maybe unplug your coil here, and you can flip the coil out of your way. It's all on how you want to do it. And if yours has this style squeeze clamps on it, you may want to invest in a tool like this. And what this does is this hooks over the squeeze clamps. So you'll hook it over the squeeze clamp like that, and then on the other end you'll have these. You'll squeeze the handle, and that pulls the jaws together and squeezes the clamp. So it'll be a lot easier to get these hoses off of a tool like this if yours has the clamps on it. Mine happens to have just the regular clamps on it. So now that I got the three hoses off on the front off, I'm gonna go ahead and remove the tin and see if I can pull it forward like I was telling you guys. And then if I can pull it forward and get to the back hose clamp. Yeah, so now that I got the thermostat housing unbolted, I was able to pull, and now there's plenty of room to get to that hose in the back, so you will not have to take the coil off. So once you get the last hose off, you can just pull it out towards the front, towards the radiator. Right here, it'll come right out. Now what you want to do is you want to clean the mating surface where the thermostat was riding, right here on the side of the cylinder head. Make sure that's nice and clean. If it's got any gunk on it or whatever, scrape it off of a razor blade and make sure it's nice and flush. And then after that, you can route your new thermostat housing in, and then you'll start this hose, the back hose first, and go ahead and clamp that on. And once you get that clamped on, then you'll mount it on there and start the 3 bolts. So after putting the new thermostat housing back in and starting the back hose, now you can put it back in place and start your 3 bolts and tighten those down. And just make sure that you don't lose the gasket. Just double check. So go ahead and put those in and tighten them up. And then you can start your lower hose down here. Then you put your the big upper radiator hose on, and then the bleeder hose on, and tighten all 3 of those clamps. Now that you've got your thermostat all bolted back up and all your hoses reconnected and tight, it's time to fill the car up with coolant. So you're going to fill the reservoir up over here, and it's got a full mark. So you're going to fill it up till it's full, run the car, and then as it's running, the thermostat will open up, and you'll tell by this hose here will get warm when the thermostat opens up. And once that's warm, most likely what's going to happen is the coolant level is going to drop a little bit. Then you can go ahead and top it back off to the full level. And once it's at the full after the thermostat is opened up, go ahead and put your cap back on it and go for a test drive. And then when you get back from the test drive, again, I like to let them cool down for a few minutes, and then recheck the fluid level again. And then you also want to make sure that the cooling fans come on and operate. And after all that checks out, then that'll complete the job of replacing the thermostat housing on a 2001 Ford Focus ZX3. I'm Brian Essex from How To Automotive, and I'd like to thank you for watching my videos, and encourage you to subscribe for more valuable videos like this, and thank you again.